Alright, and I'm back with the first out of two semifinals. This first semifinal will have Marius89, Piranha, Flyer, Bren, and Coco playing. And as I realized that you only see 4 players in the cup scores, but we do have 5 here. Hopefully though that is not a problem, but I do realize that may actually be a problem for ESL Cup mode as we are about to start this first map. But let's just see if it works, I guess. Hopefully it does. But yeah, perhaps the mode needs to be updated with that in mind for next time. But anyways, so yeah, we have Marius89, Flyer, Piranha, Coco, and Bren. And as you can see, Piranha got 5 bonus points after winning the speed map in the time attack. So he definitely will have an advantage, I think, on that map, since he is the only pure speed player, I would say, in this group of players. And of course, speed drifting is very important on those maps. Alright, so hopefully the cup score, the ESL Cup mode, will work with 5 players. I actually did not think about that. It's a work in progress, but yeah, hopefully no issues though, as we are about to start the first map. So let's take a closer look at it. It's going to be Bit and Beast by MD Point. The fastest time right now is by no one, as the Dedimania does not show any times for some unknown reason. Don't know why that is, but anyways, let's go back in game as we are live into the first round. Bren will hit the wall. Piranha taking the lead here in front of Coco, his teammate, and Flyer and Marius89 behind them. Flyer and Marius89 though passing Piranha now. The entrance of the dirt, not a good landing though for Marius, who is still at 4th place. Flyer will go up in the lead here in front of Coco. Very good part by Flyer. 1300s in front. He is looking to be extending his lead. 2300s now in front. Coco with an awkward transition back to road. But, did not get punished for it. Still keeping that 2nd place. Bren has now gone up to 3rd after his slow start. But no one is able to keep up with Flyer, who's looking to win this first round. 3000s in front. As we come up to the last turn. Coco does it better perhaps, as he narrowly gets Bren to pass him. But Flyer with a really good start, 59.75, and I suppose that is the fastest time right now. I think Papu set the fastest time here though in the time attack, 59.24 I think, or something like that. So you can still definitely set lower times than that. But right now though, Flyer with the fastest time here in rounds mode at least, as he then proceeds to get a landing bug in the start of the next round, down to 5th place as a result. Bren with a better start now in the lead. Bruno, Coco, Marius89 and Piranha. Flyer did this part of the map really well in the first round. See if he can repeat that. He's catching up to Piranha and will also pass him up to 4th place. As then Coco, I think, hit the edge over the platform. Flyer gaining another position. Bren and Marius89 though too far in front, as then Flyer goes down in the next turn. Let's go to player in the top. Here's Marius89, as he is right now losing some ground on Bren. 1400s between them. And Bren will set a good time as well. He's in front of Flyer's time from the first round, coming up to the ending. It looks like Bren will take this one, with Marius finishing shortly afterwards. 59.43 by Bren. Also a good time by Marius89, both players under 1 minute. So Bren right now in the lead with 14, Flyer with 12, Piranha with 12 as well, and Coco with 9. So again, for the format, in case you don't know, we play to point limit 100, and once you reach that you become a finalist. But in comparison to the normal cup mode, you will continue gathering points in ESL Cup mode, and if you want to be a finalist and get match point attempts, you have to have the most amount of points above 100. As we see Marius89 now getting the slower start. Here is Bren with a risky trajectory over the platform. See him not exiting with that much speed. Both Coco and Flyer will pass him. Flyer then again unable to avoid the wall, as Coco has a really strong entry to this mini stretch. Right now looking to win this 3rd round. 3100s in front of Bren, who's catching up a little here. Actually catching up a lot. Bren almost made a sick comeback, but Coco will stay in front. 59.58 400ths of a second in front of Bren, and then Piranha also under 1 minute. That was a pretty close round. 1 second between all 5 players. Bren in the lead with 20, Coco with 19, Piranha with 16, Flyer with 14, and Morris89 with 11. And we have 2 more rounds left to be played on this first map. Coco and Bren already down in the start. And at the top, it's between Morris89, Flyer, and Piranha. Right now, Morris89 leading this group. Piranha dropping down a little, still in front of Bren and Coco. As Flyer has a really good loop. And all of a sudden in front of Morris89 with 600s as we come up to this important dirt turn once again. So important that you not only get through without hitting the wall, but also can build up a decent amount of speed for this stretch that follows. Flyer still keeping that lead, 1100s in front. Good turn though from Morris89. Getting a bit closer, but still behind. So we have 1 turn left. Flyer should be able to take this one. Great turn though from Morris89, who catches up a lot, but it's not going to be enough. Flyer will take this round, 59.73, and also with 5 players, you actually don't see first place here because this cup sign is in the way. But those things can be fixed for next season, I suppose. As I take a sip of water and start casting this final round of the second map. Taking a look at the scoreboard, you see that it's very close. Bren and Flyer with 24 points, Coco with 22, Piranha with 18, and Morris89 with 17. Based on this, it could go either way, but we have 2 more maps remaining. And keep in mind that Piranha, who is right now far behind, looked very strong on the speed map, so could see him dominate that and win many rounds. Right now, Flyer in the lead. He's getting better and better at this map as Coco has an awful landing bug. Can he reach the checkpoint? No! He will have to respawn to the one that was closest. Let's see if Flyer can win this round for the 2nd time in a row. We'll get the 10 points. Morris then passing Bren in the very last turn to take 6 points instead of 4. Can Coco finish the round? He took a very long time respawning, but it looks like he will have enough time on the clock to finish. Gotta be careful about that drop in the dirt. You don't want to have too big of an angle when you land. Better to have a straight angle that will minimize the chances of getting that landing bug. Alright, so that's gonna be the end of the first map. Flyer with a strong finish to this map. I guess he won 3 out of 5 rounds, if I'm not mistaken. So he did pretty well here. 34 points. In front of Bren with 28. And then we have Coco with 24, Morris89 with 23, and Piranha with 21. But here is Piranha's favorite map, perhaps, as we have 1 warm-up round before we continue this semi-final. It's called Despair. It's made by Cyril, his teammate, and again, it is a speed mix map. I can't really recall what Piranha's time was in the time attack. I think it was 101.75, perhaps. So I think times under 102 is pretty good on this map. Alright, so let's bring it in game. See how the players will cope with this kind of difficult map in this format. One mistake can be very costly on this kind of full speed map. So you gotta make sure that you are careful, but at the same time you wanna go for the risky stuff that will make you set the faster times. And then the map will finish here with some dirt and tech, which are not even nearly as difficult, I would say, to get through. It's really about the full speed section here in the start. If you can do that well, then you can build up a significant lead for the rest of the map. Alright, so that will be the end of the warm-up, and we are continuing this first semi-final of the Mix Cup, the season final of Mix Cup Season 1, hosted by Stadium eSports League. Hopefully one of many more events hosted by this organization. Alright, so we see the score rankings here again. Flyer with 34, Bren with 28, Coco with 24, Morris A9 with 23 and Piranha with 21. It's still pretty close. And let's go to Piranha now, see how he does this full speed section, as he already is up in the lead. No one able to keep up with him. So he goes for a wide trajectory. Again, he goes for that speed drift. That's his primary focus here. Coco will pass him, momentarily at least, but in the drop though, Piranha with much more speed, and we can see the difference here between who are good at speed and who maybe aren't as good. Piranha entering the tech has built up a lead of, well, I suppose we have to wait for the next checkpoint to see. He is in front with 40 hundreds. And that is quite a lot of time. You can even perhaps play a bit safer. Coco the closest to him, but he is far behind still. 2500s, he will catch up a little to Piranha, who's still looking to win. Wow, great dirt turn from Coco, and he's catching up to Piranha a lot and passing him as well. Great turn from Coco, proving that it doesn't matter if Piranha can build up that lead in the full speed section. If you don't do the other styles well, then you can still win these rounds. Piranha did not go close enough to the wall, which is really what you want to do in those uphill and downhill dirt turns. Usually, at least. I guess there are some exceptions. But yeah, Coco will get the 10 points instead. Up to 34 now. 4 points behind Flyer, who's still in the league with 38. Brendan at 31. Piranha with 27. And Morris 89 at 25. Oh, as Coco will not win this round. I think that's safe to say. We see Piranha once again with a tremendous amount of speed, and he will now be even further in front, especially when Coco is not there to challenge him. Bren the closest, but he's half a second behind, and it's gonna be more in the next checkpoint, I think. Piranha now should be able to win this round, although I guess I shouldn't speak too soon, so you never know. And then we have big gaps between the players, as I suspected would be the case on, again, this rather difficult map. So Piranha through the last turn, this time will be able to defend his first place, and what a time! 101.73 by Piranha. I believe that is a faster time than what is set in the time attack. So still a good start for Piranha, second and first. So with that, he will go up to second place now, sharing that position with Bren. Coco 1 point behind, Morris A9 still at last with 29, and then Flyer still at first with 41. But yeah, this definitely feels like it could go either way. All players seem pretty close to each other. Okay, yeah, Piranha and Coco, and maybe also Bren, seems to be a bit stronger on this map, while Flyer and Morris A9 are struggling a bit more. But again, we have 2 more maps besides this one, so shouldn't mean that Flyer and Morris will lose because of this fact. Especially not because this map will not be the last map played, I think. I guess it could be if the match will turn out to be long. Anyways, we see the same result again. It's Piranha in the lead, Coco at second, and then Bren is at third. Now, the moment of truth. Can Piranha do this dirt turn better, or will Coco pass him again? Ah, this time Coco hits the wall with his back wheels, and instead Bren is catching up a lot. However, Coco will take that second place, but no one able to keep up with Piranha, who is showing how good he is on the full speed section. 101.77. Another great time. And now he's in the lead as well. 47 points for Piranha, Flyer with 44, Coco with 42, Bren with 41, and Morris A9 with 31. So Morris A9 falling a bit behind here. We can see that he's already behind in the next rounds. He's definitely struggling a bit on this full speed section. Goes for maybe not the best lines, focusing perhaps a bit more on taking the turns as quickly as possible. Instead, you want to just go for that speed drift as much as possible. That will give you more speed, and thus you will set the faster times. As we see Coco actually in the lead here, entering the tech section. Coco keeping up with Piranha. So I am informed that Coco is a former full speed player, so it does make a lot of sense that he would be able to do well here against Piranha. Coco now in front with 2300s. come up to the dirt. Coco did hit this wall in the previous round. This time Piranha will do it slightly better, but not good enough though to catch up completely to Coco, although he will get very close in the end. But Coco will take it now, 101.90. Strong time from Coco, defeating Piranha with 0.05 of a second. And then Flyer will take third in front of Morris89 and Bren, who must have made some kind of blunder, finishing at last place. Alright, so last round now of the second map. Piranha in the lead with 53, Coco with 52, Flyer with 48, Bren with 43, and Morris89 with 34. Coco getting stronger on this map for every round. As we see him taking the lead as well. And wow, he's keeping a really good pace. 500 still in front of Piranha's top 1 time. Piranha now the one that's not able to keep up. Though I wouldn't say he's doing that badly though, he's still far ahead of the others. As we are through the full speed section. Now players are driving through the tech, and then we got the dirt left. Bren is actually, oh, and also Flyer really close to Piranha, so you can't feel too safe getting this second place. Coco though, through the last obstacle, I would say, is still far ahead of the top 1 time. This will be a really good time by Coco, 101.47. What a time coming out of Coco. Yeah, Piranha with 0.89, still far behind. So very good time there from Coco. And now in the lead with 62. Piranha with 59 also did really well on this map. Flyer will lose his first place even. He's down to third with 52. Bren with 45, and then Morris89 still at last with 37. Alright, so moving on to the third map. We'll have a warm-up round as usual, and here is a closer look at it. It's Fortress by El Wormo, and the winner of this map in the time attack was Link. I think 59.20 something, if I'm not mistaken, was Link's fastest time. So we'll have a warm-up round and then we will continue. So yeah, right now the two against all authority players, Coco and Piranha, will qualify to the grand final, but still a lot left to be played. And they won't maybe be as strong on this map. Perhaps this will be Morris89's best map. I think he did pretty well here in the time attack. So perhaps he will be able to start a bit of a comeback, as he definitely needs to do that. Alright, so that's gonna be the end of the warm-up. We are continuing the match. Coco with 62, Piranha with 59, Flyer with 52, Bren with 45, and Morris89 with 37. Top 2 will advance to the grand final, and first place will also get 10 bonus points. So here we go. 5 rounds on SeL Fortress by El Wormo. Ooh, as Piranha, I think, had a transition bug in the dirt. And as a result, down to last place, and Coco as second to last. So yeah, it's completely different now, with Coco and Piranha at the bottom after dominating the previous map. Flyer also dropping down a little. Coco can't pass him. And at the top, it's Morris89 and Bren, with Brendo having a solid lead already, 2600s in front. Good turn though from Morris89, that's gonna be able to help him a little, I think. No, actually not, he's 10 more hundreds behind as we come up to the full speed section in the end. Coco now at third place. Bren keeping a really good pace. Morris89 not able to keep up. So come up to the wall ride that will lead to the finish. Bren will get the first 10 points here, and that will help him out. And also Morris89 with that second place will get some well needed points. So with those results, Coco and Piranha still keeping first and second. Brendo up to third together with Flyer, 55, and then Morris 89 with 43 points. So yeah, we could see Bren and Morris 89 do better on this map. Oh, Flyer now down in the start. And then also Piranha again. Bren, Coco, and Morris 89 fighting for first. Whoa, as Coco hits the wall. Bren also getting really close to hitting the wall as well. And we'll lose a bunch of time, and then in the next turn he can't avoid it anymore. But looks like no one will pass him though, still at third. Alright, Morris 89 doing much better on this third map. This seems to be suiting him much better. With this, he will go up to 53 points. Piranha keeping that second place. Not the best turn though, but no one is close to him to capitalize. Ooh, that was a very wide line from Morris 89. But seems like he was able to keep himself on the road. And is getting closer to the finish. Piranha going for that speed drift, as you can see. That will help him getting closer. But it's a bit too late though. He would have needed a couple of more meters. Otherwise, I think that would have been actually enough for Piranha. So you just see there how important it is to do the speed drift. It makes a big difference, even on this kind of small full speed section. But yeah, anyways, that will be another 10 points going Morris 89. Actually, took second the first time, but yeah, 10 points though going to Morris 89. Up to 53, still at last, but getting closer. Bren with 58, Flyer with 59, Piranha with 67, and Coco with 68. But then Morris 89, the player to be down in the start. Seems to be a bit troublesome for the players. At the top instead, we got Flyer in front of Bren and Piranha. And Coco at fourth place, bringing up the rear. Let's go to Bren as he is in close pursuit of Flyer over the drop. Looks to be in perhaps will pass Flyer here as well in the tech. Ah no, lost his grip in that small uphill, but then Flyer loses his grip as well at the entry of the full speed section, and Bren can get back that first place. Piranha and Coco now catching up rapidly to Flyer. Doesn't look like he will be able to keep that second place. No, Coco in front of him now. Piranha could also maybe pass with a good speed drift as we come up to the ending. Bren wins again, his second win on this map. 102.83, very strong time. He's the only player so far able to set times under 103. So we see here now that Coco and Piranha are still keeping first and second, despite not being as strong on this map compared to the previous one. And then Bren at 68, Flyer at 63, and Morris 89 at 55, as we saw a massacre in the start. I think 3 players, maybe even 4, had some problems there. Morris 89 though, remaining at the top together with Bren. These 2 players are doing the best so far on this map. Piranha right now at the very bottom, Flyer at 4th, Coco at 3rd, and then Bren in a close battle together with Morris 89 for first place, who has a very bad turn. Coco has also dropped down though, Flyer has not, and he will go up to 2nd place. Not the closest round, that's for sure. Here's Flyer at 2nd place. He was in the lead after the first map, but then gradually have dropped down in the rankings. Of course, his favorite map. The first one will be coming up soon. We got one more round on this map, and then we'll see Bit and Beast by MD Point once again. Which could maybe mean that Flyer will go back to first place again. Alright, so with those results, Bren now in the lead, 78 points. Coco with 76, Piranha with 74, Flyer with 69, and Morris 89 with 58. This continues to be a very close semifinal, as then Bren has that slowdown in the dirt. Yeah, you gotta be careful getting through that those first couple of turns, I would say. Seems to be pretty costly for all of the players. Flyer with some good momentum over the drop and in the lead. Also in front of Bren's top 1 time, which he set in the previous round, I forgot to mention. 102.59 is right now the fastest time set by Bren. But we do see Flyer though. 2700s in front, so that record could not last for much longer. And I do also realize that Link's time was not under 1 minute. That was not the case. I think he had under 102 perhaps. I can't remember what his time was. But anyways, Flyer though, on his way to finish this round and build up some momentum going into the next map. We'll take first here, and also a new top 1 time, 102.46. And then behind him, Coco will take second in front of Morris89, Piranha, and Bren finishing at last. And now we see in the score rankings that Coco is back in the lead with 82. Brendo did well on this map overall, up to second with 80. Flyer at third now, passing Piranha. Definitely did not do as well on this map. So Flyer at third with 79, Piranha with 77, and then Morris89 still at last place with 62. But I wouldn't say it's over here for Morris89. He could still make it. Of course, the maps are still new to the players, so it's still a matter of just learning the maps, and perhaps Morris can figure out some things now that you've seen the maps a bit more, as we are moving on to Bit and Beast for the second time. And yeah, I mean, I have no idea which 2 players will make it. We will see Despair, this full speed map, one more time as well, because it's so close. And of course, Coco and Piranha dominating that one, and we could see both of them maybe reaching finalist status on this map, which would put them in a very good position going into the full speed map. So it's actually looking like that will come in big effect. Potentially at least, because Flyer, Bren, and Morris89 nowhere close to the same level of Coco and Piranha on the full speed map. And the same can be said for Flyer on this map. He looked very strong on it the first time it was played, and we see also evidence of that in this warm-up round. So Flyer feeling confident on this map, could potentially even win it on this map if he does extraordinarily well. He needs to win a lot of rounds though, at 79. So he needs to win at least 3 rounds here to reach finalist status. Had he had one more point, then he could have reached it in 2 rounds, but that's not going to be enough as we start the first round. Here is Flyer. We'll get an okay start, but both Coco and Bren will be in front of him. I think though the mid section of this map is where he is doing the best, especially at this part. Yeah, you can see that he's building up way more speed before the loop. That will put him in front now with, let's see, in the next checkpoint, 500s only. Bren is actually catching up a lot. Coco at third, Morris89 at fourth, and Piranha at 5th place. Yeah, Piranha not really doing so well on Fortress or Bit and Beast, but again, he got that Despair map in his back pocket, where he can dominate, as we see him now being joined together with Coco at the bottom. Let's go to the top though. It's between Bren and Flyer for first place. Bren right now with the advantage through the last corner, goes a bit too wide, but Flyer will instead hit the wall, and Coco and Piranha will both pass him. And I think also Morris89 must have made some kind of mistake, because he was in front of Coco and Piranha, who gained a lot of position in the end. Yeah, the ending is a bit dangerous. Gotta make sure that you can control your vehicle in that dirt turn. It's very easy that you maybe slip away and go too wide to hit the wall. Alright, so with those results, Bren in the lead still with 90, Coco with 88, Flyer with 82, Piranha with 81, and Morris89 with 64. Bren can now go up to finalist status if he wins this next round. Once again, the 2 against all authority players down in the start. Let's go to Flyer and Morris89 as they are trying to catch up to Bren and deny him finalist status. Oh, Flyer though with a mini landing bug, it looked like. He lost a bit of speed. Down to 3rd place, Morris89 with low speed in the stretch here, so that's gonna help Bren a lot. Still in the lead with 2300. It looks like Bren will get the first opportunity to qualify to the grand final through the last corner. Morris89 and Flyer too far behind. Flyer with an attempt to pass Morris89, but he's not able to do so. And what a time from Bren as well, 59.34. And I guess he set an even faster time in the previous round, 0.17. I think he did so, perhaps not. But anyways, Bren right now with finalist status. He needs to win a round to secure a spot into the grand final, as Coco has a bad landing and Bren at the same time will go up in the lead. Will this be it for Bren? Of course, he does not want to go to the next map because he will likely not be able to take first place on that one. So this is it now for Bren if he wants to qualify. He will have 3 attempts and he's already looking good in his first. He's far ahead of the others. In the next checkpoint, 2500s in front as he almost hit the fence, but will still be in the lead, but not for long though. Bad turn and then Bren hits the wall. So it looks like he will not qualify to the grand final in his first attempt, but that was a really good attempt though. He had the lead and then maybe took a bit of an unnecessary risk. And the others were able to catch up to him. Who will win this round? Coco right now in the lead, but both Flyer and Morris89 close to him. One more turn remaining. Flyer with a better finish, and he will defeat Coco with 200ths of a second. So we see now Bren getting 2 points at least, still in the lead and still the only finalist. Coco with 97, Flyer with 96, Piranha with 86 and Morris89 with 74. Both Coco and Flyer could potentially pass Bren and take over that finalist status if Bren does badly in this round. Where is Bren? Second match point attempt, not as good of a start this time. Is at third behind both Coco and Flyer. See how he does this part before the loop. He will do it better than Coco at least. Bren over the drop, up to second place, passing also, or maybe catching up at least to Flyer. Still behind though, Flyer right now denying Bren a spot into the grand final. Here comes Bren through the dirt, this time much better. Side by side with Flyer, who will have slightly more speed over the stretch as he then went awfully close to the edge, but Flyer with a great stretch, extending his lead over Bren. 2000s in front. Bren then also hitting the wall, allowing Coco and perhaps also Morris89 to passing. Coco and Flyer could now at least Flyer I think can pass Bren. Yes, he will. Flyer with 106 points, 1 point in front of Bren. That means Flyer is the only finalist. Bren has lost his finalist status, so if he wins this next round, he will not secure a spot into the grand final. Instead, Flyer will have the opportunity now, but he hits the wall! Not the start Flyer wanted. So now we could see Bren or maybe perhaps also Coco gaining that finalist status. Right now looks to be Bren as Coco drops down. This time no one is close to Bren whatsoever. One closest is Morris89, but he's 40 behind. Too bad though that Bren is no longer the finalist because... oh, wait a minute. Here comes Morris89 with a lot of speed. Still behind though with 2100s. Bren will take over that first place again. It looks like even if Morris89 passes him, it's still gonna be enough for Bren to pass Flyer, who is looking to only get 3 points in this round. Bren also passing Morris89, and that could prove to be important because now Bren will be a bit more points in front of Flyer. You see there, he's 7 points in front, but we are moving on to the next map, the full speed map, where Coco and Piranha dominated. And now things are going to be interesting because the first time we saw this map, Coco and Piranha won every single round. Flyer and Bren struggled. I think Bren did okay at least. He was not too far behind Coco and Piranha, but Flyer though was not really close at all to win any of these rounds. So this is gonna be very interesting, I think. Bren will still have a match point attempt for the third time now. But it's not gonna be easy to win any of these rounds. Not only does he need to defeat Coco, but he also needs to defeat Piranha. We can see, actually no, the Dedimanias are not saving. I don't know why that is. If anyone knows why the Dedis do not save, that would be great to know because I actually want to know the fastest times. So that's a bit annoying, to be honest. You don't see that. Perhaps some kind of server bug or I don't know, maybe some bug with Dedimania, perhaps. Unclear. Anyway, so we are finishing off this warm-up round. Bren with 115 points is the finalist. Flyer with 108. If Flyer wins and Bren takes last place, Only then would Flyer pass him and be the only finalist. He would then go up to 118 and Bren would be at 117. So even if Bren doesn't win here in the next attempt, as long as he is not last, he will still be the only finalist. Coco cannot pass him even if he wins. He's at 107. Actually, can they be tied? Yes, I think they can be tied if Coco wins and Bren takes last place. Yeah, they would both be at 117, so a lot of possibilities, which is why I think this mode is so great. There's more to talk about, and there's more things that can happen, so... Alright, Bren with his third match point attempt. On the line is a spot into the grand final and also 10 bonus points, but he needs to do well on this full speed map. Piranha and Coco especially have looked very strong on it as Coco then hits the first wall. That is good news for Bren. Where is Piranha? Here he is at second behind Bren, but here we go. Piranha with the speed drift and in a flash he is far ahead of Bren already. But at least Coco is not there, so now if Piranha maybe hits the wall or something, Bren could capitalize, but then Flyer will pass him. And meanwhile, we have Piranha with a significant lead already. 6900s in front. Amazing full speed section from Piranha. So it looks like he will deny Bren his grand finalist spot. Grand final spot. So we go through the dirt. Bren is now at second place. So perhaps there is still a chance if Piranha doesn't do this turn well. He needs to hit the wall though, and he doesn't. Piranha takes it safe. Keeps his grip in the end. Can he avoid the wall? Yes, he will. 101.33, not even close to the fastest times. Actually, no, this is a really good time by Piranha. Perhaps even a new top 1 time. I think Coco has also set a low 101 time, but I can't say for sure since the Deadies did not save for whatever reason. But yeah, this is getting interesting now. Brendo still in the lead at 121. So he is not really close to being challenged. Coco was the one that could have perhaps tied Bren, but he didn't. And then Flyer did not get many points in that round. So still, even if Bren cannot close it out on this map, at least he is defending that first place. And can he do it all the way to the next map? He could maybe still get those 10 bonus points. But right now we see both Coco and Piranha with huge leads over the others. Coco, if he wins this one, will not be able to catch up completely to Bren. Perhaps will pass Flyer though, but right now Piranha in the lead. See here in the score rankings, Coco at 110, Piranha at 101, and then Morris 89 with 86. Coco then in the tech section will pass, as we see Flyer catching up to Piranha. Bren is actually far behind, 16 seconds behind. Where is Bren? Not sure we can finish this round. As then Coco gets stuck in the dirt turn, and both Piranha and Flyer will pass him. Flyer will win that round, 4 thousandths of a second in front of Piranha. Alright, that was not good news by Coco, or for Coco, because he had an opportunity to pass Flyer. Instead, Flyer will get much closer to Bren, who still should be in front. No, wait a minute! Bren retires, and Flyer will be 1 point in front! All Bren had to do was to finish that round and he still would have been the finalist, but instead, Flyer now back to finalist himself, his second match point attempt. Although I don't think he will be able to win this because, well, I guess if Piranha and Coco will retire or respawn at least, then there's maybe a chance, but oh, huge crash from Piranha. Coco though remaining for Flyer, denying Flyer right now a spot into the grand final. Also keep in mind that once we reach 140 points, this will turn into normal cup mode. This will not go on forever. That's just to make sure that the matches are not, you know, taking too long. So we could actually see that happening if this continues. Flyer cannot keep up with Coco, who looks to be winning this round. And with that, Coco would go up to 124 points. I don't think he will pass Flyer. He definitely won't, but may pass Bren. Doesn't look like it. Bren right now is at 4th. Had he been at last, then they would have been tied. Coco will win that one with 101.39. Very good time. I think there is a chance here for Coco, especially if he wins the next round and then that would mean that he would be a finalist, and then he wins the next one, the last one on this map. He could actually make it, taking first place. So right now at 124, tied with Bren. Piranha with 107, Morris89 with 93, and then Flyer still the only finalist with 128. But again, I think Flyer is kind of like waiting for the next map, as Piranha then hits the wall again. Not doing as well, so putting a lot of pressure on Coco, because Coco cannot afford making any mistakes, knowing that if he does, then there is a chance that Flyer will take first place. Bad landing from Morris89, Flyer will pass him. Let's see here, both Coco and Bren will now catch up to Bren. Oh, where's Bren? Suddenly Bren is out of the picture. But Coco though remaining in front of Flyer, as it looked like Coco maybe crashed, but it didn't. He's still in the lead, 8,500s in front. Piranha has retired a round, even though you can respawn and continue. I know full speed players are not really used to that. Often you can't actually continue, so perhaps he didn't think about that. Anyways, Coco with another first place, 0.63, but will it be enough to pass Flyer? No, it will not. Actually, they will be tied. Yes, it will. If my math is correct. Yes, 134 points for both Coco and Flyer. So I was wrong about that. Coco is now also a finalist, and we got one more round left on this map. Can he close it out here? This map proving to be a big factor. Alright, so here we go. I think only Piranha can deny Coco the win, as we see Morris89 crashing hard. And right now Coco is in front, but here comes Piranha though. Seems to have a bit more speed over the loop. And now Piranha up to first place. And where did Coco go? Where did Coco go? He's still there. He's still there. He can still win it. Neck and neck between Coco and Piranha. The two against all authority players. Coco with the match point and a great entry to the tech section. Piranha cannot keep up. Coco winning most, if not all, the rounds on this map. And that is perhaps what will be enough for him to qualify to the grand final. Piranha though has not given up yet. In the dirt, he will catch up to Coco as we come up to the ending. Coco still in the lead. Piranha though with a better finish. Coco will not take first place. Piranha with an amazing finish, passing Coco just before the finish line. Wow. Holy macaroni, what a finish from Piranha. 300s, oh no, 200s in front, denying Coco his grand final spot. And we are moving on to the next map, and now we see that Coco is at 140. That means that he has reached the limit. He is still though the only finalist. Flyer will have to finish the next round and will also be a finalist in that case. Bren could also become a finalist. He's at 130. Alright, so just informing the players in case they aren't aware of the 140 limit. It's possible they aren't, so since ESL Cup mode is not usually played that often, but I think it's a very interesting mode, as I hope I was able to showcase at least, because there's so many more possibilities as to how the match will develop, which I think is pretty interesting. So Coco right now at 140 was not able to close it out. Piranha with that amazing finish, prolonging the match for his teammate Coco. Morris89 at last place, still haven't gotten over 100 points. He did look good though on this map the first time it was played, so with that in mind we could see him catching up a little, but he's still very far behind, of course. Need to reach 140 points. One thing's for sure though, I don't think we will see the full speed map for the third time, so Coco and Piranha will not have that advantage anymore, so they have to close it out now on either Fortress or Bit and Beast, which is coming up after this. So that's gonna be the end of the warm-up. Could potentially be the last one. Again, Coco, the only finalist, so he will have the only he will be the only one with match point attempt. Flyer with 138, just need to finish the round, and he will also reach 140 points. Bren at 130 needs to win the round to also become a finalist, and Piranha at 117, and Morris 89 at 99. And here we go, Coco down in the start. And Bren goes up in the lead. Will we have 3 finalists? It looks like that could be the case. Great start from Bren! As he then gets a sudden landing bug. And all of a sudden it looks like we will not have 3 finalists. We will have 2 instead, because Flyer is still looking good here at second place. Piranha in the lead. He will go up to 127 if he can keep this position. But here comes Flyer though. Catching up to him and also passing him before the loop. Piranha though, keep in mind, got the speed drift in the end. So it's still a possibility that he can pass Flyer. Here we go. Speed drift coming in for Piranha. Looking pretty good. A lot of speed. Will he be able to pass Flyer? It looks like he will. Flyer actually making a mistake. And Flyer, will he finish a round? He's on his back and he's forced to respawn. Is this happening? Flyer, 2 seconds left on the clock, will not be able to finish the round. And thus, he will not become a finalist. I did not see that coming. Flyer only had to finish a round and he only had the stretch left. I think he may have hit the edge of the end of the wall ride or something, and that made him crash. So now we see Coco still the only finalist. Flyer still at 138. Bren at 133. Piranha at 127. And Morris 89 at 105. So Coco remaining as the only finalist. Can he close it out now? Nice turn. Will pass Flyer, who drops down in the rankings. Right now looks good for Coco to qualify to the grand final. Still in front with 1700s. Let's go to Flyer. No, he's down. It's up to Morris 89 now. Then does a really bad turn and Flyer is back to second place. So let's go to Flyer again. Coco right now in the final. 2700s in front of Flyer, who needs to catch up in the end. Can he make it happen? Instead, Morris 89 will pass him before the stretch. It looks like Morris will not have enough speed. Coco will finally be able to secure that first place. 102.67 as he wins it. And of course, we'll also get the 10 bonus points in the grand final. Now we see Flyer also reaching finalist status. Bren with 135, Piranha with 130, and Morris 89 with 111. Oh, as Bren is down in the start. Bren, who has dominated in the qualification cups, may not be able to reach the grand final here in the season final. Instead, Flyer right now in the final. 1900s in front. It's up to Piranha and Morris 89 to catch up to Flyer. Is in a winnable situation. No one is really catching up to Flyer, who's still keeping first. 3100s in front. This could be it now. Oh, Piranha is out. Not able to keep his grip, and once again it's up to Morris 89 to catch up to Flyer, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen unless Flyer respawns again in the end. Let's go to him, as he only got the wall ride left. Planet Key Dynamics Flyer this time goes for a super safe line, avoids the edge, and that's gonna be it. Flyer securing second place. And we have confirmed our first 2 finalists. It's gonna be Coco, who will get the 10 bonus points, and then Flyer will finish at second in front of Bren, Piranha, and Morris 89, who are eliminated. GG.